Hello and welcome to San Diego Market Watch, where we bring you timely and accurate information about the real estate market in San Diego County. Today is Thursday, May 18th, and let's jump right into it. The number of homes for sale has now been increasing since the end of April. A very slight increase, but it is increasing. So this appears to be developing into a trend, as the number of new listings has remained relatively constant, although increasing. The interesting thing in the past week is that the number of new listings has now exceeded the number of pending sales over the last week for the first time in a very long time. This chart goes back 3 months, and it has pending sales have been outpacing new listings for all of that time until the past 7 days. The number of pending sales dipped a bit, and the number of new listings did not shoot up sharply, but remained relatively constant, just a slight rise from last week, while the number of closed sales is also down, and that correlates to a little dip in closed sales back here 4 or 5 weeks ago. So that's expected. All of these numbers, though, are vacillating back and forth in a very narrow range. So the fact that new listings have now departed from pending sales doesn't necessarily mean much, and the fact that the number of homes for sale it has looking like a steady increase over the last few weeks doesn't really mean much, because we are within the tolerance of about 100 units one way or the other, and way less than 100 units here. We're just looking at a swing of 50, 60 units here. So the only way that I will get too excited about this is if the number of new listings continues to outpace the number of pending sales, in which case we will see even more of an increase in the number of homes for sale and potentially some relief for buyers, although it's going to take a lot more than this right here to really help the situation. In order to make things better for buyers, we need to see the number of homes for sale up here in the in the range of 3,000, 2,700 up to 3,000. Then we would more than likely start to see a little more competition among sellers, and a little relief for buyers. So we will continue to track this and see how it plays out as the summer wears on. Now, what's happening here is interest rates have remained relatively constant from last week, and they have been relatively stable for the last several weeks. And it has been predicted that there is going to be downward pressure on rates this summer, although that is not guaranteed. There are a lot of economic factors at play here, and we're going to have to wait and see what comes out of Washington, D.C. with regard to the whole debt ceiling debate and the budget and many other things. However, the mortgage industry experts are predicting downward pressure on rates, which would allow more buyers back into the marketplace and potentially absorb any increase in new listings. So, all of this remains to be seen, but right now the market is still pretty hot for sellers. So, looking at median price from last month, or from, I always get confused here. We are in May. So from March to April, we saw a slight increase in median price overall. Very, very large jump from February to March, almost 6%. And then somewhat leveling off here from March to April, a jump of only 0.9%. So we will see how that starts to play out. This median price curve definitely took a dip in the middle of 2022 and started to increase again at the end of 22 into 23. And from March to April appears to have started to level out. However, that really doesn't jibe with what I'm seeing on the ground right now and what I'm seeing when I look at individual zip codes. I do expect another pretty sharp jump in median price sometime in the next couple of months. This is somewhat of a lagging indicator. It's a median, so it depends on, you know, the price band in which homes are being sold and a lot of other things. However, the averages will catch up to the median, if that makes any sense. So that's what's going on in San Diego real estate this week. If you like this content, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. We will be back next week with some more neighborhood real estate update. And don't forget to join us for our Friday Live, where we're just kind of kicking back, talking a little bit about real estate, but more about what's happening in San Diego in general and any other interesting fun facts and cat videos that we might run across. So be sure to join us tomorrow night for that live, and then we'll see you next week with more neighborhood real estate updates, and on Thursday another edition of San Diego Market Watch. So until then, have a great afternoon, a great weekend if we don't see you Friday, and we will talk to you soon.